sharing. I mean, imagine that, guys. Imagine a gold pack of $15,000 versus $1,300. That's powerful. We have Raul Luna. This gentleman went Black Diamond in 10 months. Went Black Diamond in 10 months. Now I'm sure going Black Diamond in 10 months, you came with this huge network. You came with this huge network that when you pulled the trigger, they came along with you. Was that the case?
No, it wasn't. It was not the case. As a matter of fact, the very first meeting that was done, no one joined the business at that time. 23 people were at that dinner. I told them about the move and the switch, and I was upfront to them. I said, you know what, you don't have to follow me, but this is what I'm doing. Out of the 23, no one signed up, and it had to be built all over again.
Well, no one signed up, so who did you go to? I mean, were these people you knew, or did you go out to the cold market to find new people?
Well, I remember plugging, one of the key things about Arellano Gold was plugging into the system, plugging into the millionaire mentorship calls. I remember every Sunday connecting into the calls. I would get so inspired that I would call my mentor, Jose Ardon, and I would just tell him, listen, I want to build big things, but people are not believing in me anymore. And at that time, he says, you gotta look for new people. You gotta just go out there and start meeting people. And here I got a multi-millionaire telling me what I need to do. I got two things to do. Either believe that I can get it done, or either at that time, just tell myself, listen, buy into the same old secret of the whole bunch of lies that the majority of the people do. So in that particular case, I just went out, started meeting new people. The people that was at the other network saw that it was going to happen with them or without them.
With Alberto Arellano.
That's right.
Alberto, when you come out to California, and you were a sapphire. You were a sapphire, sharp. You were making things happen. You were doing the activity. I saw you were always positive. And I hear the story of Alberto going from sapphire to diamond all in 1 month. Sapphire to ruby to emerald to diamond in 1 month. Tell the story, Diamond.
I gotta tell you, Sullivan, I lied to you. I wasn't a sapphire. I was a consultant because I didn't requalify that month. A lot of people ask me that, and most people believe it's not even possible. But I relate to what Raul says because we have the same mentor. And I got to give it up for Mr. Jose Ardon because without his mentorship, nothing would have been possible. And I called him up and I said, listen, I really need to get this done. I mean, my family, I remember one time we didn't have money to, not even to buy a gallon of milk for my daughter. And that hurts. And when the pain is so much, you're willing to do whatever it takes. And Mr. Bucks was going to be in town about a month and a half after, I think the call was made around May. And Mr. Bucks was going to be there in July. So I had about a month and a half to work as hard as I could to get as many people there as possible. And the math that we did with Mr. Jose Ardon, he said, listen, if you have anywhere from 500 to 1,000 people there from new lines of business, I mean, just by default, 150, 200 gold packs will fall in your team. You'll be a diamond. And that's how easy I saw it. I said, oh my God, is that how simple it is? He said, yeah, that's all you have to do. And that's exactly what I did. We got 450 people in that room. There was about 1,700 people total, 450 in my team. And we signed up probably around 250 gold packs during that time frame. And we went down to that.
I was there at that event. And that was absolutely Francisco Vazquez from Dallas. moment. All right, and Francisco, you were sharing with me that you have a formal education of up to 6th grade. And I know a lot of people, they feel like, traditional society says that if you have a 6th grade education, you should not be earning $1 million a year. Okay? So just, in your personal experience, how did you overcome society constraints, break through that mentally, and actually be where you are today?
Well, it's very important to have dreams. If you don't have dreams, you don't have nothing. Don't matter if you're a doctor, if you have degrees. If you don't have dreams, you don't do nothing or something big happen in your life. So the first thing you need to have clearly what is your goal is, when is you need to be there, because if you don't put time, exactly time, when you need to be there, you'll never be there. The other thing is, all my people right here is don't have education. This is message is for you. Don't matter if you don't have education. The education is important, but not indispensable. When you don't have it, the one you need to... The one you need to think right now is the family is there waiting for you. Okay? If you don't have education, the outdoor education is important. So now is the time you need to recover your dreams. Okay? And start work for your family and for your future and for your country and for your people.
And how important has been self-education or personal development in your process?
Well, if you don't have self-education, you don't grow never. It's like when you put a seed in the ground and you never put water. It never grows. So this is, who are you? You're the seed. If you put education every day, every single day, you can be grow every day.
My friend Vazquez from Tampa, had a chance to be in Hawaii, and Vazquez, if you wouldn't mind sharing, I know there's people in the stands here, and they hear the stories. They say, you hear Jose Ardon, you hear David Ipinicia, you hear Holton Buggs, you hear the Edwin Hayneses of the world. You're hearing people say, well, I'm communicating with these individuals on a daily basis. I'm being mentored by these individuals. And then you have people who are, maybe they're new in the industry. They're growing. They don't have that person, that champion, that they've earned that person's time just yet. And I know we've been around this industry, we've been in scenarios where we were not that person that had that mentor directly. I know you've been in that situation. What advice would you give people for those who are